called out the fool that told on P-Face on No Jumper. And it's crazy because this fool thought the Norteños were going to be cool with it. But
nothing gonna happen. The independent shit's different. They not beef with them and shit.
But these fools ain't your homies. They ain't your friend. They ain't your buddy. These fools laughing at you thinking that you could perform up north. And now you're making the spot hot for the homies that actually go up there to collect the bag. All the homies that want to keep it cool with the Nortes, this is what they think about you.
The fools from Florencia on No Jumper saying they can't wait to go up north and perform.
It probably won't go the way they think it's going to go. They tried it over and over again. Jeezy kind of gets a pass because he doesn't really bang it. Every Southerner rapper that comes up here got a story about what happened when they came up here.
Well,
and isn't that the same dude that, hold on, dude?
Whoa, do you hear that? Salud, mi gente, what's coming through once again before we continue with this video. Do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. How's everybody doing today, man? Man, it's Friday and the body knows it, right? Y el cuerpo lo sabe. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about that clip, right? From the No Paperwork podcast, right? Those are Norteños from Sacramento. And they basically sent a message. They seen the interview with No Jumper and little youngster from Florencia, right? And how he was speaking and thinking that it was going to be cool for him to go to Northern California, to Central California and perform. I've been saying this from the beginning, bro. People from Southern California, at least some people, don't get it. They think I don't know. I know, bro. I know. You know what I mean? And now the Norteños came through and let it be known. Like, something is going to happen. You know what I mean? He said it. Every Chicano rapper from Southern California has a story to say. Right? Something had happened, right? If you think, and when I talk about this, it's not to basically say, hey, don't go over there. No. You're going to do what you're going to do. Go chase your money, get your money. It is what it is, right? What I'm saying is, don't go to the Central Valley or Northern California and think that if you see somebody in red, you got to tell them, hey, I'm from LA, or I'm from Orange County, from San Diego County, whatever the case might be. I'm cool, right? And shake his hand. No, it's not. That's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, man. That's not gonna happen, man. It sounds good, right? That's why the youngster relied on his homeboy to be like, hey, it's cool in the pen, right? Yeah, in the pen it's cool, bro. Even Blue Day was talking about that, but let's just be realistic, man. You have to understand what's up with prison, right? To understand why this is happening. The reason why is that's happening because they're trying to prove CDCR wrong. Say, man, we are out and we stop all of this stuff. We're not a threat to the CDCR society. That's what they're doing. And trust me, if one of their people decides to do something on their own, or another group segment, it's going to be dealt with. And I don't think it's going to be nothing nice. I don't think it's not going to be nothing nice. So the intentions of getting along in prison is because those individuals that were locked up at one time, like in the shoe, they're out now and they're basically running everything and basically letting everybody knows how they're supposed to behave. And if you don't do that, there's going to be consequences. So basically in prison, you cannot do an action without the next man finding about it. Right? Now, as for the streets, man, it's a whole different monster, bro. We're talking about youngsters, right? Youngsters, they come from high school, from middle school. They have animosity. They basically get in a fight with upstaters, right? Norteños against upstaters in middle school, in high school. So guess what's going to happen? They're going to continue with their animosity. They're going to continue doing things that eventually, man, sad to say, but eventually, man, is going to send them to prison. And once they hit prison, they're going to be like, hold on, man. We getting along right here? Yes. Same thing. Look, same thing if you don't get it. Same thing as Southsiders going to prison. You go to prison, guess what? You're going to be set up with your enemy. You go to prison, guess what? You're going to be eating spreads with your enemy, right? On the streets of LA and the streets of whatever Southern county it is, right? whatever Southern County it is. You have enemies, right? You got gangs that you don't get along with. But once you hit the county, once you hit prison, it's a whole different monster. You have to get along. That's the same thing that's going on now with Southsiders and Northsiders. They're getting along in prison, but on the streets, no. And that's never gonna change, man. They can attempt to change that, but there's so much animosity, so much neighborhoods have shed blood, straight up, man. So there's a history right there, and trust me, it's never gonna change. Look, let me just put it this way: how many times have you been to meetings, right? And where your group trying to get along with another group, but for some reason something happened and it went all south, right? Then you go to your meetings, talk about it, trying to be okay. You know what? Let's squash this. Whoever has issues, let's just get down right here and end of this beef, right? Let's just get along, right? Eventually, here comes months later, 6 months later, you have the little youngster that don't agree with that. He says that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to their neighborhood, cross their name, and put my neighborhood again. And what does start? It starts like, man, come on, man. We're getting along. Now you have people that are respecting the neighborhood, but coming to my neighborhood, crossing our name, and putting a different neighborhood, right? Like, what's going on? And that's what's gonna happen. I mean, cannot blame them. The streets are the streets, bro. And those are never gonna change, man. I wish, like, every single one of you, oh, let's get united, let's do this, let's do that. No, it's never gonna change, man. It's never gonna change. Another reason why I believe the North and the South are getting along in prison is because of the integration yards. It's because CDCR wants to do that. It's testing people. It's testing inmates because they want to see them crash and burn. They want to see them prove them right. That, man, those guys are dangerous. And, and it's going to happen. It's going to come to that point in where at level 4, it's going to be integration yard, and it's going to be all bad. It's going to be all bad. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what it's going to be, man. They've been talking about that since 2012. I remember when they were talking about that. 2012. Cops were already talking about it. Eventually, by 2018, if I'm not mistaken, that's when they decided to integrate those yards. They started with the lower levels. And man, it is crazy, man. It is crazy. If you lived through that, if you actually were putting work through that, it is crazy, bro. Riots left and right, get on the bus, get sent to another prison, get off, and the same cycle over and over again. Why? Because CDCR is trying to make an example out of the inmates. That's the only reason, bro. There's no need for that. But CDCR wants to make an example out of the inmates who were released on the shoe. And because of those individuals, that's why the South and the North are getting along behind those walls. But that's never going to go outside. So for the youngster from Florencia who thinks that it's going to be all cool because his homeboy who been in the pen told him that they get along in prison, man, you got the game fucked up, man. You got the game fucked up, man. Simple as that, man. It's not as nice as you think, man. It's not rainbows and flowers. It's not. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's not rainbows and flowers, man. You're going to come across a reality check if you think that it's cool to go over there. And this video is not to put fear on people, but it's to basically say, bro, go over there, but be aware. Don't be a dummy thinking that if you see somebody with red, it's going to be cool and they're going to check your hand and be like, oh, you cool, man, you get a pass. As a matter of fact, let's go eat some tacos right here. No, that's not what it is, man. But I just thought I should talk about this, man. Nothing's going to change on the streets. I'm glad that the Norteños came out and put them out there, man, saying, bro, you got the game messed up, bro. Like, if you think that's going to be it, no, right? So with this being said, we are out to the next video. Saludos a todos. And I always say this, bro. If you want to be part of the game, there's going to be consequences, right? And guess what? As a rapper, being a gang member, that's going to be one of your consequences. Straight up. That's why maybe we don't advance like that. because people put their neighborhoods, and I do understand that 100%. People put their neighborhood first than actually something that's going to make them money. With that being said, we are out. To next video. Saludos a todos. Al ratos.